Hello Poppets, welcome back to my channel and a happy Halloween! Okay, before we start this video guys, just really quick, I want to thank all of my Patreons. They help me keep this channel running just that little bit more. If you would like to know any more about Patreon, it is linked in the description of this video. And also, if this is the first time you're seeing my face, hello and welcome to my channel. If you would like to become a Poppet with us, please click that subscribe button and don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video. I'm trying my hardest to get to my next big milestone of 2,000 subscribers guys. 2,000! I never thought I'd even get 10. So I'd really appreciate you considering clicking that subscribe button. And all my social medias are also linked in the description onto this video. Go see what I'm up to on those. But yeah, back to the video. So then guys, to start off this ghost tour, yes, we're doing a ghost tour of my city and I look really creepy. I've got one of my dad's floodlights on because I knew it's going to be too dark around here. And it's really bright. I'm not even going to show you, but it's blinding me. I don't even know if I'm looking into the camera or not. But yes, we're in my city tonight. It's chucking it down with rain, but we're doing this anyway. So yeah, we are at Lincoln Cathedral. I am going to show you some clips if you haven't seen Lincoln Cathedral before, but there is a ghost story. It's not so much a ghost story, but you see this little building behind me? Matt's following me with the umbrella. Okay, so this little stone building. Now, apparently, if you go around this building 7 times, walk around it, oh my god, I look awful. If you walk around this building 7 times, and then put your finger in one of the 6 holes in the door, you will get judged by the devil. Now, if you are good, you will feel the devil's breath on your finger. If you're bad, it will bite it off, your finger off. So, guess who's gonna try it? Should we film him? Let's see if he's a good person or a bad person. Okay, babe, 7 times. Ready? 1. Well, not quite 1. I see. That's a bit like Hagrid's hut. 2. 3. 4. That's a bit faster because I get bored. 5. Nearly there. 6. And last time round, babe, and we'll come to the door. Ready? Come on, babe. Right, put your finger in one of the 6 holes. Pick a hole, any hole. Okay. Did you feel anything?
No.
He's a bad person. Well, he's still got his finger and he didn't feel any breath, but we thought we'd test it out anyway. But he did say when he put his finger in it hit board on the other side, so. But yeah, so I don't actually know what this structure is. I'll have to have a look. I think it's a well.
Possibly.
I think it's a well. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, we're going to go to the next location. This was just a bit of a fun one. The next location is a ghost story. And yeah, I'm quite excited to share this with you. So I will see you there. Okay guys, the next little location we are at is a place called Greenstone Stairs. So basically all the way at the bottom of those stairs is on your way into our town centre, and then up here you climb the steps, and at the top, I don't know if you can see, but there's, yeah you can, well no you can't, up there is the cathedral. So there are 3 ghost sightings here. One of the most common sightings is of a woman who is believed to be from St. Joseph's Convent. People have reported seeing her carrying a dead baby in her arms before laying it to rest in a flower bed. I'm guessing flower bed would be where we've passed, would you say?
Yeah,
because at the top
garden.
there's a little garden you won't be able to see, but right up there there is a little garden, and it's also got gravestones in there. On the way back up I will do a quick shot of it for you so you can see it, but I'm assuming that's probably where she goes because there's no other flower bed round here. So yeah, that's the first ghost. The second ghost who has been sighted here is that of a cleric that is hanging, and he's meant to be hanging in this arch here, if you can see it, just here. So Matt's turn the light on. He's said to be wearing a hat and a cloak. Again, this is apparently another common sighting. I've never seen anything, but I've never done a walk before round. But that is the second ghost. Oh, and before we get on to the third ghost, again with the second ghost, the hanged cleric, apparently he is known to be here to protect travellers travelling up the steps to the cathedral up top there. Okay, somebody called Saint Hugh of Lincoln's body, he was chopped up into pieces and spread all over the country to different churches. But his head was kept here. It was kept in a wooden chest surrounded by jewels and gold until some thieves stole the chest. But they dropped the chest and all the jewels and gold and his head rolled down these steps. It is said that people have reported that on their way down the steps they have heard the jewels clatter, and they've also felt something hit the back of their legs. Could that be this St. Hugh's head? So that was the stories of Greenstone Stairs, guys. And yeah, we're now on to the next location, but I'll quickly show you that little graveyard that will have probably flower beds in there, because that's the only place I can think. Okay guys, there's grassy area there, and around this side there is grassy area, and you won't be able to see because it's too dark. Shine the light up there, but you still can't see. Oh, there's a gravestone. I don't know if you can see it. It's just there, that stone thing. But yeah, this is the only place I can think where there may be a flower bed somewhere. But yeah, let's get to the next location. I'm excited about this story. So just behind me is quite a famous pie shop called Brown's Pie Shop. A lot of people in Lincoln love this shop. I myself haven't been yet. I need to go and try these gorgeous pies. This cosy restaurant on Steep Hill is known to be haunted by one of Lincoln's most infamous ghosts called Humphrey. Humphrey is said to run around the restaurant causing mischief if he thinks people are ignoring him, so he seems to be quite a mischievous spirit. It's not known how Humphrey died or why he actually haunts this restaurant. Humphrey is believed to be a young boy, and he's only ever been seen by one person. A lady was sat in this restaurant and she complained to a waiter about a child running around and telling them to keep control of the children in the restaurant. Funny thing was, she was dining alone and there wasn't actually any children in the restaurant at that time. A chef that used to work here was used to working here at least an hour before his shift started, all alone in the building. He often used to hear noises of somebody running around, footsteps everywhere in the building. He always went to go check, because obviously just in case there was somebody, but there never was anyone there. One day he went to check, to come back to the kitchen to finding pots and pans had moved everywhere. He then said, "Don't mind me, Humphrey," and all of a sudden all the noises stopped. I have also heard that a knife was thrown. Humphrey is a poltergeist. On to the next destination. we are, guys, at Lincoln Castle. It's amazing here. I absolutely love it, and if you do ever get a chance to come to Lincoln, I do recommend coming to see the place. But there has been quite a few different sightings of paranormal activity within these grounds. Unfortunately, we can't go in the gates a lot. What time do they shut? Is it 4 or 5?
About 4:30 or 5 o'clock.
4:30, 5 o'clock. But obviously we wanted to come do this in the dark because I look really spooky the way the light's shining up on my face. But yeah, let's talk about one of these ghostly sightings. Okay, so years ago, there was a baker that reported seeing a rider on a giant black horse. He reported seeing smoke billowing from its nose, and every time it put its hoof down, it made sparks. Now, the rider is believed to be a friend of a local lord called John Knox. Now, John Knox was going to be hanged after a staff member of Lincoln Castle was found brutally murdered on the grounds. Knox had sent his loyal friends with an audience for the king. He pardoned the lord and sent the friends back with the message. But unfortunately, it was too late to save Knox, and the rider didn't make it in time to Lincoln Castle. Open the gates in the name of the king is what people have heard this rider say. It's believed he's trying to do this unfinished business. But how did the rider die, you ask? Well, I'm about to tell you. So the rider travelled far with his friends to try and get back to Lincoln Castle to deliver the message that the Lord had been pardoned. The other riders were too tired to carry on, whereas this rider thought, no, I need to carry on, I need to get to Lincoln Castle. By the time he got to Newark, which is about 20 miles away from Lincoln, he had to stop to rest, plus his black horse was also very tired. So he had a rest, he put the horse in some stables, and he went into the hotel and rested. He then opened his eyes to find that it was just bright, the sun was shining bright. He was too late. He knew that Knox had already been hung. So he went to the stables to his horse, took the stirrups from the saddle, and hung himself from a beam in the stables. So that is one of the ghost stories of Lincoln Castle, but I would also like to say that a paranormal investigating team called Most Haunted have been here. This place has been on the telly, and there is a fully functioning prison, would you say? There's literally, you can go have a look, the cells are all there and everything, and that is where they spent their night. And apparently there was a lot of activity. There is a lot of activity in this castle. But yeah, on to the next location. Okay guys, so here we are at the Lawns. Now this place was built, let me just have a quick look, in 1820. It was a mental hospital. It was when people understood a bit more about mental illness. None of those horrible experiments went on here. There have been many reports of sightings of ghostly figures, including children roaming the corridors of this place and also the grounds. Some have even reported loud cries and wailing from inside these walls. A paranormal investigating team came here. I have a feeling it was Most Haunted, I'm not quite sure. But when they came, they experienced tables moving, they experienced their equipment, the electronics were going bad, and they also made contact with a ghost called Francesca. Apparently Francesca was a former inmate here, but she was only here because she gave birth to a illegitimate child. Now, I stopped filming a second ago because somebody that works within, it's a hotel, isn't it? Yeah. Somebody that works in the hotel was leaving because I'm literally stood right at the entrance, and she was just asking what we were doing, and I said I'm telling the ghost story of the place. And she said, let them know from me that she hasn't been working here long and it's definitely haunted. You know, without windows open or anything, doors proper slam on their own, and she gets really creepy feelings about the place. So yeah, and she said to spend a night here one night and check it out. So I might just have to do that. But yeah, so this is the Lawn, guys. So round here, let me show you, there's a restaurant over there called Ole Ole. It is gorgeous. We love a bit of Ole's. Haven't been for ages with everything going on though. And then round the back there's a massive field, which I'm assuming is where people have sighted some figures. And there's also a park and a little garden. It's quite a nice area around here, but yeah, the ghosts make it a bit spooky, and it is quite spooky around here at night. But yeah, on to the next location. Okay guys, just behind me, hang on, is a pub called the Strugglers Inn. Now, before the Strugglers Inn was built, before the building was built, it was a place where people were hung. And just in the car park over, hang on, where you can see all the cars over there, that is where I do believe people sat to watch the hangings. So this is why the pub is called the Strugglers Inn. How gross is that? The Strugglers Inn is said to be haunted by a dog who belonged to a Lincolnshire countryman called William Clark. William Clark was hung, I'm assuming here, for murdering a gamekeeper. It is said that the dog can be seen, if you can see just up there, there's the castle walls. Apparently he can be seen wandering around looking for his owner. Also, there have been reports that people can hear a dog scratching on the pub door, and if people ignore it, they can hear the dog barking. Other reports are that people have seen a dog sat at the bar, and also people sat at the bar have felt a dog brush past them, only to look down and nothing is there. So yeah, he sounds quite friendly, but he's looking for his owner. How sad is that? Poor thing. On to the next location. Okay guys, here we are at the White Hart Hotel. I actually worked at a wedding in here last year and I didn't realise how haunted it is. This ghost story has to be my most favourite one out of these locations tonight. This building was built in 1710 and has a lot of ghost activity. A maid is said to have been murdered here by her stalker. This man stabbed her in the face numerous times and left her to bleed to death. She is said to have been heard screaming and also has been seen begging on her knees. Apparently a while ago, a man was working late in the bar. He was staying at the hotel for the night. He decided to retire early hours of the morning, got his work stuff and headed to his room. Once in his room, he tried to get some sleep in his bed, but all he could hear in the corridor was loud talking and footsteps, and they just got louder and louder. He eventually decided to get up because it was doing his nutting, as it would do me too. He went through an empty corridor down to the receptionist to complain. The receptionist said they would deal with it immediately, so he went back up to his room. As soon as he got back up, the noises started again, the footsteps started again, and he went to get up, and before he got to the door handle to turn it, the door handle started turning on its own, and then the hinges of the door started shaking violently. He whipped the door open and ran down to the receptionist once again. The receptionist once again told him that they would deal with it immediately. The receptionist, though, didn't have the heart to tell the man that he was, one, the only person staying in the hotel that night, and two, that there are no door handles on the outside of the doors, so whatever it was shaking the door handle was on the inside of the room with him trying to escape. How creepy is that? Now, like I said, I worked a wedding in here. It was actually a Harry Potter themed wedding that I was photographing, and I remember walking the corridors on my own just to go for cigarette breaks in between photographing. And even though the corridors were really lit up, they also felt really dark at the same time. So yeah, there's definitely a haunted feel in the place. But on to the next location. Okay guys, behind me is a pub called the Lion and Snake. There's a couple of different ghost stories about this place. One of them is that there is a soldier meant to be in the cellar. He is a shy ghost and hasn't been seen by many. While sat in this pub and around this area outside, people have reported hearing soldiers marching and also chariots. Let me show you something. Okay, these roads were actually built by the Romans, and that circle in the middle there is actually a pillar that stood there, and they are along the road. You can see 2 more up there too. There is a well-known ghost in the Lion and Snake, and she is named the Granny with the Bun. Owners of this pub, past owners and present owners, have accepted her presence for the past 30 years. They believe she is harmless. She's regularly seen walking about in the upstairs quarters. When people see her, they squeeze against the wall to let her past, but she doesn't even recognise that they're there. Dogs have even been seen growling at completely nothing, but it's as if someone is there. In the 1980s, there was a relief landlord staying here, and he reported leaving the bathroom in just a towel, only to be met in the upstairs quarters by the Granny with the Bun. This woman is the pub's resident ghost. Okay guys, that was the ghost tour of Lincoln. I really hope you enjoyed it. I tried showing you some sights as well. Lincoln is a really nice city, and I do always say we do take for granted living here. I mean, it's gorgeous. You'll have to let me know if, sorry, it's getting dark here. You can still hear me though, that's the main thing. Yeah, let me know if you'd like me to do a tour of the place, preferably in the day. Yeah, I could show you the sights a bit if you really want me to. But yeah, if you enjoyed this Halloween special, then please, oh, you can see me again. Please give it a big thumbs up for me, because it helps me more than you know. And I will speak to you in my next video. Bye, Potter Poppets.